We are now ready to winterize the equipment. It's going to be a little bit confusing, but we'll try to do this so that you guys get it all. Let's start with the water flow. If you don't understand the water flow of your system, it's going to be very difficult for you to do this next step. The water flow of your pool, the water gets sucked in from the skimmers. Everybody knows what their skimmer is, and their bottom drain or the main drain comes into the front of the pump, and we put arrows on our pipe so it goes in. It pushes out of the pump, it goes into your filter. Whether you have DE cartridge or sand, it doesn't matter. It comes out of the sand filter and goes into the heater. This is a heater. Sometimes you don't have a heater. If you have a heater, it's going to look like this. It's going to go into the heater, it's going to come out of the heater, and it's going to go back to all the stuff. And this pool happens to be loaded up. We picked this pool because that way you can see how we do a massive amount of blowouts here. Now the first thing is the water's coming down, it's going into the heater. So what we're going to do is shut the valve off to the heater in that position. That would be opened right there. The water would flow through. So we're going to shut the water going off to the heater. There's a check valve in it, so we don't have to worry about this pipe. The water then is going to flow this way. Now we can disconnect this pipe and we can blow air through it, and we can move these valves one at a time. We want to blow this pipe out. What are you going to do with your valves, Sean? We're going to open this one up, and the air is going to come that way. The air is going to go this way and blow this line out. Then Sean's going to switch it this way, and he's going to blow that one out. Show him the rest of them, Sean. Then the air is going to come in this way. We're going to shut this one off, and the air is going to go this way, and we're going to blow that one out. He's going to shut that one off, open the other one up. He's going to blow that one out. Then he's going to do the same for these. Open these up, blow this one out, shut that one, open this one up, and blow that one out. So I know it's a little confusing, but remember, if you have a Jandy valve like this, okay, it has an off on it. The way the valve works, when it's pointing to this blank wall, that means you're getting 50-50. Okay, so if it's coming in here, you're getting 50 that way and 50 that way. So I point the off there like that, and it shuts that off. If I flip it around, that wall shuts that off. Okay, now I don't know what kind of valves everybody has, so a little bit of common sense has to come into play here. You may have all ball valves. At any rate, you need to know how your valves operate and turn them off accordingly so that the air blows into each line and blows out the pool. If you have a chlorinator, if you have a salt system, if you have a heater, whatever you have over here at your equipment, you need to disconnect it and dump the water out of it. Any water sitting in anything is going to freeze and break no matter what it is. Now we're explaining this ahead of time for you because when they start to run the vacuums, we're not going to be able to hear anything. So we're gonna walk it through real quick over at the pool. And Brian, if you would grab that pipe, let me come around to you. Brian over at this side, what he's going to do, he's going to take this is what we call flex pipe. You can use PVC with a 90 and a piece of PVC. And he's going to be holding this in the pool up against the fitting, and the water's going to blow out of this so he doesn't get soaking wet. Now the guys here, they don't use this because they're just used to doing it every day. They just get wet. But as a consumer, I don't want to get wet. So I'm going to use this pipe and stick it in there, and the water's going to blow out there. When the water stops coming out of here and it's just air spitting and sputtering, that line's empty. Then they're going to plug it up, and they're going to go to the next one. So this is what you're going to see happen over here. You're going to hear the vacuum running, and what Sean is going to be doing is manipulating the valves so that the air goes in another pipe and blows it out, and he's going to make sure that every line is blown out, whether it's a waterfall, whether it's a slide, whether it's a deck jet. I don't care what it is. If it's a little pot, you got to dump water out of a potted plant. You don't want water in anything because it'll freeze and break.